Previously on the Dice Girls.
You notice Kai sit up in her bedroll. She stands up. Kai, this kind of wakes you up. You awaken and you find yourself standing, but you are not in control of your body.
Right?
Whoa.
Kai, Rhakna, wake up. We have a problem.
Kai, you feel like a shiver of cold, and about 5 feet from where you are, this ghostly figure suddenly appears, and you suddenly have control over your body again.
With sugar and spice and a roll of the dice, you're listening to The Dice Girls.
That's a really bad sign.
Yeah.
So I'm really worried. I know that we're going to go see Sadie, but there's something is trying to keep Kai from getting there. And what's going to happen before we get there?
Oh, I guess I hadn't thought of it that way.
Yeah, neither have I.
That's what it's trying to do, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow, Triggus, that was really insightful. What can we do?
Just hold hands, I guess. We could all sleep holding hands in addition to tying her up to the rope again. Or maybe not sleep. Because bad things seem to happen.
That seems like a very bad idea,
sleeping.
Triggus.
I'm a paladin, guys. I can cast whatever protection spells I know every night before you go to sleep.
Right.
And we tie you to a tree. I think that's about all we can do.
Right. Because, I can't, sit this one out or anything.
Yeah, and it's not like we can deprive you of sleep for weeks until we get to Sadie.
Because I'm kind of squishy. If I don't sleep, I die.
Yeah.
Kai, can you just let us know when you start to feel weird?
I'll try.
Okay. Give us a little warning next time.
I didn't have any control over my body, Triggus. I couldn't have given you any warning.
Are you okay, Kai? How are you doing? This is a lot.
Yeah. Kind of scared.
I can tell by the nervous laughter.
Kind of freaking out a little bit.
You don't get any kind of warning or anything when it's just nothing, huh?
No. And it wasn't the same thing that comes through when Sadie talks to me. Those are just shadowy, demon-y things.
Oh, I guess, yeah. This one was different.
Yeah.
It was a ghost instead of a shadow.
Yeah.
You think they're cousins or something? That's pretty close. Wait, did you talk to Sadie or anything before it happened?
I haven't heard from her in days.
That's a really bad sign.
Yeah.
We need to hurry and get to her.
Yep. We're going as fast as we can, I guess.
We're so bad at ending conversations. Nobody knows how to end them.
That's great. I love it.
I ride backwards away slowly.
Love it. So we're gonna say you continue on your journey. The next couple of nights thankfully pass by uneventfully. You're able to maybe get some sleep, even though you're sleeping tied to a tree, Kai. And even though I'm sure your party members are quite worried about...
A little on edge,
what might happen in the middle of the night. But luckily nothing happens over the next few evenings. When you reach the edge of the Walmar woodlands, you don't have a detailed map, but you can tell when you cross the threshold into the part of this area that is specifically the Walmar woodlands, because you feel a little bit lighter, a little more hopeful, you notice the sun seems to be shining a little brighter, the birds are chirping more happily around you. You can hear squirrels chittering at each other in the trees. It's kind of magical. You notice it almost immediately when you kind of enter into the woodlands.
Are all the little woodland creatures singing a song together or anything?
You don't speak squirrel, so you don't know. They could be singing.
All right,
They
fair.
might be singing.
This is so beautiful. We're going to live here. Let's just live here and not go anywhere.
World's kind of depending on us, Triggus.
Maybe on the way back, we could set up shop here. I really like it. I like how it feels. I like how it looks. I like how it smells.
Maybe once we return all the gnomes here, we can come back.
This is where the gnomes lived?
Yeah.
They should move back here. Why are they living in Boringville when they could be living in this glorious place?
Because they were disappearing.
Oh, that would put a damper on things.
A little bit.
As you are riding along, you, after probably a good half a day into the actual woodlands, you see a little wooden sign, and it just says Frindle Sticks on it. And so you're kind of like riding on a main, bigger path. You see the sign for Frindle Sticks, and you see like a winding kind of smaller dirt path off the main path.
Do any of us read? Do we?
You all read, yes, you all read common.
Common, okay.
Yeah, you can speak.
We're all illiterate.
So whatever languages you can speak, you can
You
also
can read, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's written in common.
All right.
So you all three can read the sign that says Frindle Sticks.
Hey, I think we should go this way. This way looks fun.
Okay.
And Triggus is already going up the path.
I guess we're going to Frindlesticks.
We're going to Frindlesticks.
That's the greatest name ever.
So you ride along the path for a short way, and then you come to a huge clearing. In this clearing is this like magical, sprawling city built high up into the trees. It's like the trees are super tall here. They're hugely massive all the way around. And this city is made completely out of wood, and it's like 200 feet up into the air. You can see like spiral staircases in different spots leading up to different points. They're all covered in like leafy vines, and there's like little lanterns that are lighting footbridges that go between the trees, and the whole platform like is built. It's almost like a treehouse city, basically. You can see like handrails on the bridges that are made of rope that's been dyed different colors. The structures are kind of like, they're really like playfully built. Like everything's a little wonky. Like they've used boards that are different sizes that didn't quite fit together perfectly. You've got like, the fences are made of like uncut branches that have kind of been weaved together. And the windows are like a little crooked. Like it's just probably the most adorable city that you have ever seen. And I would like you to roll me a perception check.
I got a 1.
Triggus, you're in the woods.
10.
16.
Triggus is in the woods. He knows that. Rhakna, you notice that for such a sprawling kind of city, it seems deserted. And Kai, you also notice that it's deserted, and additionally, kind of in the distance, you see a figure, kind of like a big figure slowly trudging towards your horses.
Who's that?
Who's what?
Big guy over there.
Whoa.
Yeah, when Kai points it out, the two of you also see this big lumbering figure in the distance.
Triggus readies his trident. This could be dangerous. We need to be ready.
I mean, this place is so cute. I can't imagine any danger here.
I mean, he could be a looter or something, though.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not taking my horse.
I take a defensive stance on a horse. However that works.
Yeah, fair.
I just pull out a dagger just in case.
Fair. It takes like 5 minutes.
I feel like we might go and meet him halfway.
Yeah.
After you wait and realize he's moving very slowly. As you get closer, you see a big lumbering turtle. He's like 6 feet tall. He's got moss on his shell. He's carrying this like giant warhammer. And it's been wrapped in like dried seaweed and pearls and seashells and like bits and baubles from the ocean. He looks pretty old, and he's very slowly, very steadily approaching the three of you as you also approach him. As you get close enough to be within speaking distance, he shouts at you and says, "Well, hello! What are you doing in this lovely city of Frindlesticks in the Walmar Woodlands? Do you bring news of the gnomes?"
Oh, you know the gnomes?
I was their keeper here for a long time. Here in Frindlesticks in the Walmar Woodlands.
I was able to save the gnomes, so they are fine. Well, these two helped. So is the gnome revolution. It was amazing.
Yep.
The gnomes are all safe. They're in hiding right now until we can figure out what's going on and how to stop it.
Yeah. Are you? You're a friend of the gnomes. You protected them when they lived here?
He, like, while you're talking, he kind of starts nodding slowly. Well, yes, of course. I am their protector. I am the guard of Frindlesticks in the Walmar Woodlands. My name is Captain Rail Joppaqueg, but you may call me Cap.
Hi, Cap.
Captain Rail, it is wonderful to meet you.
Well, it is wonderful to meet the three of you as well, especially with such good news about my friends.
But we did lose one of them.
Oh dear.
Yes. His name is Wolfric. We're trying to find him. Have you seen him? He's about yay high, has a hammer. Oh no, he left his hammer back at home. He's got a beard. He's confused.
Cap is kind of like, his facial expression doesn't change, but he's kind of nodding along with you, and he says, well, Wolfric hasn't been here in a long time. Not since he was taken to the Purg. And no one has heard from him since.
Cap, are you saying that Wolfric lived here?
Well, yes. Wolfric's entire family was from here. This is the largest gnome settlement in Avrin. Frindlesticks in the Walmar Woodlands.
And you've been a guardian here for that long?
Well, yes. My family before me was a guardian here, and their family before them, and their family before them. And someday I shall pass on the honor to my children.
You have children?
Well, yes, I do. I have 2 boys.
Oh, do they live here with you?
They have not moved here yet. They are currently with my lovely wife back in our home, being trained in the ways of guarding cities. That is what my family does. And when they are old enough and when they are ready, they will come here and learn the specifics of Frindlesticks in the Walmar Woodlands.
Captain Rail?
Yes.
If you were to go into battle, exactly how long would it take you to swing that warhammer? I'm having a hard time picturing this. Do you have a warp speed mode that you can access in times of danger?
Well, I find that a steady pace serves me just fine. I may not be able to hit quickly, but I can hit strongly. That's a word.
So you're still here guarding the city, but everyone's gone, right?
Well, yes. They all left several months ago when they started disappearing. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to stop whatever it was that was attacking our beautiful city of Frindlesticks in the Walmar woodlands. So unfortunately, my friends needed to find a safer place to hide until the danger was gone.
Can we see where Wulfric lived?
Well, like I said, it has been over 100 years, but you may see his family's house. They lived here. They continued living here after he left. I will show you the way. And he like very slowly starts to turn around. And he takes like a step, and then he very slowly turns back around and he says, "Well, I've just realized I have no idea who you are."
Oh, we haven't even introduced ourselves. How rude. That's something we never do. We're always polite. I'm Rhakna. And these are Triggus and Kai.
Well, it is very nice to meet the three of you. Thank you again for bringing me news of the gnomes. I do worry about them. I've been watching over them for a long time, and not having them here has been, frankly, a little boring. Except for that dang squirrel. And then he starts to turn around and starts walking again very slowly.
Thornvale is a narrative-driven actual play podcast following three monster hunters as they fight to keep a small town in Florida safe from the creatures that threaten it. It's full of action.
I'll be like, I'll distract him, you get him. And so I'm gonna try...
Okay, Bjorn, how are you gonna get him? Comedy.
I just got this image in my head, now this is me, not Sammy, of this dragon that was collecting materials for a chicken farm.
And truly awful dice rolls.
Nope, another 3. That's my second 3 in a row.
Oh my gosh.
If that sounds like it's up your alley, then look us up wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey Dicelings, it's Becca. Thank you for listening to episode 50 of The Dice Girls. Some pretty crazy things are going on right now. I hope you enjoy our new NPC character, named after one of our Twitter followers at Captain Rail on Twitter. Thank you so much for tweeting about the show using our hashtag The Dice Girls. Cap is for sure one of my favorite NPCs that I've gotten to play so far with the Dice Girl, so I'm really, really excited about this character, even if it takes him forever to get out a sentence. Hope you guys are still enjoying the show. Thank you for everything you do. You're amazing. If you happen to miss it, don't forget we are on a 2-week release schedule now, so we will not be back again for another 2 weeks, but I will see you guys then. Bye!
Three hours later.
Yes. He slowly leads you towards one of the spiral staircases. He shows you a good place to, like, tie up your horses. Because the horses can't do the thing.
Yeah. I guess.
And he very slowly starts walking up this spiral staircase. It's taken a good long while to get up the staircase. He's kind of pointing things out to you as he goes. You know, different families' houses where they've lived. He points out, like, a vet's office and, like, an apothecary and all the standard things that you would find in, like, in a town. He's pointing out, like, he points towards the center of the whole structure, and it's the biggest tree. And he says, well, that is the pride and joy of Frindlesticks in the Walmar Woodlands. It is our library, and it has all of our gnomish information and so many books. It is the jewel of Frindlesticks in the Walmar Woodlands.
Are we able to get a library card so that we can read the books? I would love to read the books. Do they have pictures?
Well, we have plenty of books with and without pictures. Unfortunately, the librarian was one of the gnomes who vacated Frindlesticks in the Walmar Woodlands. So she is not here, but if you are willing to help me out a little, I wouldn't mind showing you into the library to look around a bit. Just watch out for the squirrel.
What's up with the squirrel?
Well, squirrels kind of freak me out a little. They're very zippy. There's an evil one that's been messing around in town somewhere, especially in the library. I have seen little zips of it, and things keep being moved out of place. It's really quite bothersome, although admittedly it does give me something to do while the gnomes are away, trying to capture that zippy little evil squirrel.
So you haven't... have you met the squirrel? Does he just like to read? I mean, what's going on here?
Well, I've seen flashes of it here and there. I've never caught quite a good glimpse at it. They are so zippy. And it's been just a little bit of a nuisance.
Are you sure it's a squirrel and not a smoke monster?
He stops and, like, cocks his head and thinks for a minute. Well, I suppose it is possible if a smoke monster looks and sounds like a squirrel.
What do you need us to do? How can we help you so that we can read your library?
Well, there are a few chores that I seem to have trouble doing all by myself. I need all of the doors to be open and shut in the city so the hinges don't rust. And I also need the oil in the lanterns to be filled so they can keep burning in case the gnomes come back in the nighttime, you see. And also I need things dusted because nobody is here to keep things active, and a layer of dust seems to settle over. I start at one end of the town, and by the time I'm finished with the other end, the dust has already come back to the first end.
I would enjoy dusting.
I got dibs on lantern duty.
Rhakna, you're on doors.
Guess I'm swinging some doors. Interesting that Kai jumped straight for lantern duty.
He nods. Well, I very much appreciate your help. I will let you peek around the Tanner household a bit, and when you are finished, you can come find me, and I will have supplies for dusting and filling the lanterns.
I love supplies.
Beautiful. And you have reached the top of the stairs. You've walked a little ways, and you are standing in front of just like one of the kind of wonky looking funky houses. The doors are really like short. Rhakna might have a little trouble getting in. But yeah, he points it out and tells you that it is the Tanner household where Wulfric grew up.
I try the door.
It's unlocked.
Okay, I go in.
When you step into this household, it's oddly familiar to you. It's a cozy little home built into the trunk of a tree. And you realize that it resembles Wulfric's home in the woods pretty closely.
Aww. You need to come see this. It's the same as the treehouse we were in before with the secret tunnel. Come and look.
Aww.
Wulfric, are you here? I'm going to check the closet and see if maybe the gem is in there and it's not smashed.
Okay. I'm gonna look around. Maybe we can find like a journal or something.
Everybody roll me an investigation check. Everyone who's peeking around.
That would be all of us.
Oh man.
I got a 2.
You guys.
I got an unnatural 20.
Nice.
So what do I have for investigation?
Well, I felt a little bit better about my 4, and then you got an unnatural 20. So now I feel worse about my 4 again.
I got a 7 altogether.
Oh man. You said investigation, right?
Yeah.
So it's only a 5. I feel bad again. Like maybe I'm just looking for a book that just says "My Diary" by Wulfric on it.
My life story.
All of my secrets by Wulfric.
So, Rhakna, the thing that you do notice that it's not only familiar, you notice that it is laid out exactly the same as Wulfric's place. And so when Triggus like wanders off to go look in the closet, you feel really confident that there's gonna be a closet exactly where Triggus thinks there's gonna be a closet. But that's about all you notice, is that it's exactly the same as Wulfric's hideout.
Okay.
Kai, the thing that you notice is not something, but it's a lack of something.
No Wulfric.
Well, Wulfric is not there. When you go into a home of a family, you expect maybe like in the kitchen things to be hanging on the fridge that totally exists in this universe. Not photographs, but like drawings or portraits of the family or things like that. You don't see anything that points to a child ever having lived here. It seems very, not clinical. That's not quite the right word. But there's not a lot of signs that it was like a family unit living here. It almost seems more like a single gnome dwelling. When Cap had told you this is where the Tanner family lived.
Right.
Triggus, you head to the equivalent of what was Wulfric's bedroom. It's very neat and tidy in there. You head to the closet. There's not a gemstone on the floor of the closet. There's not a hammer. There are clothes in there. You do see clothes in the closet. With a dirty 20, we're going to say that you got a little curious and started like reaching around in the pockets of the clothing, and you pull out a bonbon of clarity.
What? Kai?
Yeah.
Rhakna?
Yeah?
I have one of those dessert treasures that Wulfric enjoys. Come quickly.
Found a bonbon?
You found a bonbon?
Yes, look. Should I eat it?
No.
No.
We
Maybe I'll have clarity.
No, we saved that, Triggus.
But maybe I would have clarity.
But we saved that, Triggus.
Okay, maybe someone else should hold it because I'm really tempted to just give it a try.
I'll take it.
Now has the bonbon of clarity.
Does it look okay? Does it look moldy or anything?
No,
I mean,
it looks fine.
I take the bonbon, I put it in my pocket.
Nice. Yeah, Rhakna has a bonbon of clarity in her pocket now. We can say that you search the rest of the house, but you don't really find anything unusual or anything that sticks out to you.
Should we take some of his clothes in case you need to pretend to be him for some reason?
I guess we could do that.
Yeah, I'm going to throw some in my satchel.
I don't see how
Just
this
in case.
situation would ever come up, but better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that idea. All right, so Triggus, you can write on your character sheet.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
You have, how many sets of clothing are you taking?
Just one.
Okay, you have a set of gnomish clothing. And the rest of your search is a little uneventful.
Do we find what toilet paper he uses? Is it perhaps quilted northern?
Yes, it is.
Guys, I found a connection.
He and Sadie use the same kind of toilet paper.
Whoa. I think we're onto something here.
You know what's odd?
What is odd?
There's nothing, like, fun and personal here, and it's like Sadie's house was. There was nothing fun and personal in Sadie's house. So what does it mean? Is it a portal? Is it
Triggus, how do you
tunnel?
How do you jump straight to portal?
Because it's almost like it's a movie set. Well, no, that won't work. It's almost like it's just a pretend place that they never really lived here.
So it does look lived in, just it doesn't look lived in by an entire family. It looks lived in by maybe one gnome.
All right. Well, I mean, that's definitely weird. I mean, maybe Cap knows. We can ask him when we go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to find him.
I'm sure he hasn't gone too far.
Yeah.
No, he's easy to find, yeah. In fact, he is still going down the stairs. When you leave.
Oh, gosh.
When you leave the Tanner household, Cap is still going down the stairs, and you catch up with him very quickly, and he says, "Well, that was a lot faster than I expected. You are also zippy."
It doesn't look like a lot of people live there. I thought a family, the Wulfric family, lived there.
Well, a very long time ago, they did. Wulfric and his mother and father lived there. After Wulfric was sent away, the family sort of fell apart a little, unfortunately. Wulfric's mother, Wahani, moved out not very long after Wulfric was taken, and Wulfric's father lived here alone ever since.
Is Wulfric's father still alive? No, probably not.
No, unfortunately, Wulfric's father passed long ago, but the other gnomes felt it appropriate to keep the Tanner household as is, in case Wulfric ever returned to Frindlesticks in the Walmar woodlands.
Rhakna, can you show him the gems and see what he says? And the drawing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know what this means? And I hold up the... Any ideas? Ring any bells?
He real slowly shakes his head no. Well, I can't say that's anything that I've ever seen before. But if it's something the gnomes knew about, you would be able to find the information in the library.
Sweet, we'll check that once we're done with our chores.
So then I guess that means you wouldn't know anything about these jewels of the Omara?
Well, I don't say I've ever heard of those jewels. They are quite pretty, though.
Thanks, I shine them now.
Obsessively to make sure that they're all there.
Exactly.
Checks every day.
Cap, do you know where Wulfric's mother went when she left? How long ago was that?
Well, she stayed in Frindlesticks in the Walmar woodlands. She just lived by herself until she passed away. She moved out of the Tanner household probably a little less than 100 years ago. Wulfric was sentenced 137 years ago, so it wasn't too long after that.
So Wulfric was sentenced, and afterwards his parents split up and lived in different places here?
Yes.
Did Wulfric have any brothers or sisters or anybody in his family that's still alive?
Well, unfortunately, no. Wulfric was an only child. His parents doted on him very much. I understand why it was so hard when he was sentenced. Unfortunately, the rest of the Tanner family has long since passed.
So, chores?
Yeah, it's chore time.
We're gonna, slightly gloss over this a little bit.
Right.
Because it wouldn't be very fun to describe how Rhakna opens and closes all the doors in Walmart.
You make me roll for every lamp.
Yeah, every lantern. See if you light it well enough or fill it with oil well enough. Cap leads you to... he's going down the stairs. It's at the base of one of the trees is like a little closet that's built into it. And it's got all sorts of different supplies in there, cleaning supplies and upkeep and gardening supplies and things like that. It's basically a giant tool shed built into a tree. And he gives you the necessary supplies, and asks you to just come back when you're done. Rhakna's job is to open and shut all the doors in Frindlesticks. Triggus' job is to dust everything, and Kai's job is to fill all of the lanterns with oil.
We do that. Yeah, we do that.
Yeah, your work passes by pretty quickly. It's just the most adorable little city that you've ever been in. That's what kind of keeps coming back to you. And your work passes by fairly easily and very quickly. Cap is surprised to see you when you head back. Well, are you finished already?
Yes, we're done. We're ready to go see the library.
Well, that is excellent. Thank you so much for your help. This is a huge, huge help to me. I will not have to start dusting again until tomorrow. Wonderful. And he starts leading you towards the library. A very long journey later. A long and slow journey later. He takes you up another spiral staircase and towards the center of the city, the biggest tree. And he stops outside of the library and says, well, this is where I will leave you. I don't want to deal with that zippy little squirrel today. Please feel free to look around the library. You should be able to find many, many pieces of information in here.
Triggus runs in and starts looking around.
Thank you, Cap.
Oh yes, thank you so much.
Well, it has been my pleasure. Thank you very much to the three of you for helping me with my chores today. And giving me someone to talk to other than that zippy little squirrel. The three of you walk into the library, and it's not only that this building has been built around the tree trunk, the entire tree trunk has been hollowed out, and it's massive in here. It's entirely made of wood, and the shelves go up so high that there are you can see leaves from the tree kind of here and there around the ceiling. There's big windows that have been built into the library. It's kind of dark in there. You can tell it hasn't really been used a lot. The lights have not been left on in here. There is some remnants of the day still shining through. It's probably evening time with all the slow travel and things that you've been doing with Cap. And it's almost shines the whole library in a blue light. It's really pretty. It looks really cool in there. And like I said, there's just massive amounts of books and books and books and books. And that is where we're going to end our session.
Aww, I want to look at the book.
Next time, Triggus, next time.
Okay.